Hello, lovely audience. I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm dying a little. It's week 10. I'm actually filming week 10 and week 11 right after each other because turns out on my calendar there wasn't space for both week 10 and week 11, so they're happening at the same time. So this is either week 10 or 11. This video is 10. I'm sick. I'm very sick. I went from being fine at 2 p.m. to being dead at 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. when I'm filming this. I'm getting a bunch of work done so that I can just sleep for the next 3 days and just sleep this off. My parents did COVID tests because if they have it, I have it. I don't think I have COVID, but I don't think I have COVID because I don't want to have COVID. Because if I have COVID, it means that I'm going to be really sick. Really sick really fast, which is what's happening. I can't really talk louder than this, and yes, my voice is lower than normal, and yes, it's scratchy, I know, but I'm getting my homework done. This week's topic is about sticking to one thing, like picking one direction or one thing to go with and pursuing that. Now, for those of you who know me in real life, I'm very bad at that, and you know that because I had to be a part of every single club and every single organization and every single extracurricular, and I had to be the president of every club, and I was, and it was fine. It was great. It was great fun, and I got great experiences. However, it ain't a sustainable lifestyle, and I get that, and I know that. And there's this one talk that I've been reminiscing on a lot. There's a teacher that I had, and he was a guest teacher for one day, and he basically said, like, right now in high school is the most free time you'll ever have for the rest of your life, and I absolutely despise that. And I sound ultra cynical because my voice is so low, but I despised that. I hated that. I hated everything that he was saying, because, like, that meant that the freedoms that I thought I was going to be rewarded with for living into adulthood and successfully being an adult were lies. And not, like, I mean, that's really dramatic of me, but they were falsehoods that I was led to believe that when I was older I would have time to do my art and also work and do medicine. You see how I'm dying? I'd be able to do medicine and do music. Like, I was always convinced that when I got older I could have 20 job titles because I was an adult and I could do that. My plan from when I was like 3 or 4 years old was to be a ballerina, veterinarian, doctor, fashion designer, rock star. And I would still love to be that, let me tell you. I'm not against it. But I know that with how I am emotionally, mentally, physically, I can't be those 5 things. Or really anything other than what I am right now, which is a college student, a non-profit mental health worker, and a starving artist. And by starving, I mean I'm a leech off my parents. But oh my god, I sound like I've been smoking. But, and we will continue. It's so important that I get this done. And there's not going to be much editing on this video, I'll tell you that right now. I may just put this up with just some lo-fi music in the back like I have with all the other ones. I may not even edit it, because I want everyone to know how sick I am right now. Because I am basking in my own pain, and I need someone else to bask in it with me. But I've learned that by sticking to one project, it gives you, like, a lot of opportunities to get more progress made in that one area, but you don't have something to, like, fall back on. And I think that's always been my thing, is that I need to have a fallback plan in case something goes wrong, in case something is bad. I need to be prepared. And I think that has definitely helped me, because it means that I'm always prepared no matter the outcome. But, here's the big but, it means that I can never fully commit to something. And that's, like, it's not great, because it means that, like, there are so many things I want to do, but I always keep the door propped open so that I can leave if I have to. It means I've always got one foot out the door before I'm even in the room, which, again, isn't necessarily bad. It's actually awarded me many other opportunities, and it's allowed me to change career paths, change educational paths really easily. And people have commented on my flexibility as an individual, so it's gotta be somewhat decent, right? But my problem is I just can't, I can't cut it down. I can't cut things down. I can't do it because it's like things that I love and care about so deeply that I can't remove it from my being, and therefore can't remove it from my schedule. Like, I can't imagine a life where I'm not writing. Even if I'm not getting paid for it, like, I want to be writing. Even if I'm not getting paid for it, I want to make music. Even if I'm not getting paid for it, I want to still dance. I think that the love of things is far more important than the monetary compensation of things, and maybe that's me being a petty little 18-year-old who's like, I don't need to pay for things because my parents have me right now, and my parents are wonderful, and they haven't, obviously we're in a global pandemic, so they better not kick me out because I will be very upset. But they've always encouraged me, and they will continue to do so, but it's just I don't know, it's just a matter of trying to either balance these things or cut them out, and I can't really bring myself to do either of them. And I think that right now with the pandemic, it's not really fair for me to try and do that, because it means that I am far more emotional, and I jump from project to project way faster. And I know that, and I'm aware of that. As much as it sucks, it doesn't. And as much as it doesn't suck, it does. And I get that. I think the thing that hurts the most is that I will pour myself so heavily into each project. Like, even though I do so many different things, it doesn't mean that I don't care very deeply and individually about them. And that I will give all that I have to that project. And then when it's not received in the way I want it to be, it breaks my heart, because that was my dedication that I could have used somewhere else. And it definitely leads to feelings of inadequacy. For as being self-aware as I am, and I'm like so reflective and pensive, I'm also very insecure. I would say I'm less insecure than I used to be. But I do know that since being in this pandemic, I've kind of fallen back into that. I've become more insecure. Again. Simply because I don't have the validation. I don't see the progress. I don't see myself moving forward. I don't know if the music that I release is going to be any good. I don't know if people are going to watch my next video. I don't know if I'm going to ever get more than 29 subscribers. I don't know. And that's what sucks, is that no one can tell me. No one's an oracle for my future. And as much as I pretend to be with my tarot cards and that sort of stuff, and that's also very sacred and very, very spiritual to me, I know that I still can't determine that. There's an entertainment company looking for trainees, but it's overseas, and I'm probably not going to apply, but I still think about it, because they say they want anyone and everyone who can keep up, and I know I can, because if I was there and accepted, it would be the only thing I'd be able to think about, and the only thing I'd be able to do. I devote hours and days to dancing and rapping and singing and all the things that I want to do. I want to be a rapper so bad. So bad. And I know that that's really funny coming from me, who talks about neurology and wears weird things on Zoom calls and has things plastered all over bedroom walls like K-pop idols and emo posters. I get that it sounds ridiculous for me to say that I want to rap, but it's something that I love doing. I've done it in front of people before. I've done it at my school talent show, my old high school talent show. I did it 3 years in a row. I rapped every single year. And every single year people were impressed. And every single year people told me that they didn't expect me to do it. And every single year I proved them wrong. And I think that that's the thing, is that people tell me I can't do all these things, and I have to focus on one project, and I'm just like, you can't. Like, I'm not a spiteful person in the sense I want revenge. I'm spiteful in the sense that if you tell me no, and your reason is because you're a girl, or because you're too young, or because you don't have enough experience, or because you don't whatever, And it's something that's not a genuine, founded reason that is based in logic and based in genuine critique of who I am as an individual or my skills, and it's simply something so shallow and vain. If you give me that reason, I refuse. I refuse to listen to it, because whatever you think I can't do, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show it off to you, and I'm going to make sure that you understand that I can. Because I know I can. And because I am sick of being underestimated. I get underestimated quite a bit, surprisingly enough. And especially with rap. The second year that I rapped for my school's talent show, I rapped for probably 100, 200 people, maybe? I don't know. Pretty sizable group. And it was a song I wrote. I wrote every word. I found a beat that I loved, and I put it over it, and I wrote that to it. It was the first song I'd ever written. It was a complete rap for 3 minutes. I know I can do it. I know I can do it, but it's really frustrating when everyone else tells me I can't, because the only way I can make it as a musician is to have people actively consume the content that I make. Whether it be on YouTube, whether it be from a record label, like, that is the way that you make it as a musician. And that's what I want to do. I know that I've really discovered that my genuine, true calling is with art and music and dance and being a performer. And I realize that because my mental health has taken a huge toll since I can't do those things in public, and I can't go out and do these things anymore like I used to. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart a lot. But it's just the way it is right now. I want to be a rapper because the reason I taught myself to rap is because I knew how to do slam poetry, and essentially it was slam poetry but with a beat behind it, and I had to talk a little bit faster. And I knew I could do that. There was 3 things I had to do to be a rapper, and then I did it. And I loved it, and I loved it. I love it so much. I memorize songs from my favorite rappers just so I can make sure I can keep up, and to make sure I know where the beats are and how to add syllables into it, and make sure that I know the technicality of this art inside and out. With dance, I watch hours and hours of performances that I love because I want to be able to do the same things. I don't devote myself to projects to only do them halfway. I devote myself so wholly that it hurts me from the inside out. And I get that that sucks, and I get that that's not what I should be doing. But it's the way I've been living. It's the way that I learn. And I think that as I continue, not just with the gap year, but like into college, I think I'm going to find those healthy balances a lot more. Especially as I can get back into like structured clubs. And structured things like the Bronco dance team. And that sort of stuff, like where I can say, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to have time this time of the week and this time and wherever to practice dance, and I'm not just going to be able to hyper-fixate on it and do it for 8 hours one day and then not do it for 3 weeks, because that is the big problem about having so many projects, is that it gives me the ability to hyper-fixate so deeply that it takes away from all of my other stuff, which is not very good, but it happens. I think that's all I want to say for this topic, because next topic's going to be a lot sadder, and I have been talking for 14 minutes, and I'm going to have to talk for about 14 more, and with my voice in this state, it might kill me. So thank you for watching. If you are one of my lovely faculty and advisors, thank you. You're fantastic. Thanks for giving me college credit. And if you're one of my friends who wants to see how I'm doing, well, clearly I'm dying, but usually I'm pretty okay. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.